Last week, we talked about my takeaways from Tony Robbins' Unleash the Power Within. And one of the biggest lessons that he shared was the key to end your suffering is to trade your expectations for appreciation. And that really stuck with me because when you think about it, so much of unhappiness we feel comes from the way we think life should look like. And we're constantly expecting things to move faster, to be easier, to look a certain way. And when they don't, we make ourselves miserable. So today, I wanted to go even deeper into that because the truth is, many of us are making life harder than it has to be without even realizing it. And once you understand why that happens and how to shift it, you can start letting life be easier and can actually enjoy where you are right now. And so, again, I wanted to go over the main reason that we suffer. And Tony said there are 3 fears that cause our suffering. The first one is fear of loss. So, this is losing what you have. The second one is fear of less, so having less than what you have. And then the third one is fear of never, so that it will never happen for you. And all of that really just stems from our expectations. We suffer because we expect life to be better, easier, or different than it is right now. We expect people to act a certain way. We expect things to go according to our timing. And I remember a year ago, there was a few months when I was really going through it. And looking back, so much of that pain came from believing that life wasn't supposed to look the way it did. I kept telling myself, why aren't things going according to what I had envisioned? Why hasn't it all happened for me the way that I thought it would? And overall, I was resisting what was happening instead of trusting it. And now when I look at it and see how all of it was adding up to get me where I was meant to go, it really just gave me this new appreciation for, okay, maybe things really are unfolding exactly as they are. And instead of resisting life, it's really about fully accepting it. And so our circumstances aren't what is always causing us to suffer, but it's when we resist our circumstances that we do suffer. And resistance, again, is what creates suffering. So how do we stop suffering and step into a happier mindset so that we can just live a happier life overall? And again, I just want to say the first step is to trade your expectations for appreciation, because gratitude and suffering can't exist at the same time. So if you catch yourself focusing on what's missing, on what hasn't worked out, or how far you think you still have to go, pause and ask yourself, what is going right in my life right now? What am I grateful for? How could this season actually be adding up to something I can't see yet? And this one shift changes everything, because when you focus on what's working, your whole lens change. And again, you cannot be focusing on all of the good and also be focusing on all the bad at the same time. Like, our minds aren't able to multitask with that. And so if you're overflowing with gratitude and what is going right, again, it's going to be very difficult to also be feeling that suffering at the same time. The second way to end this suffering and step into a happier mindset is to dance with life. So what you resist persists. The more that you fight what is happening, the harder life feels. But when you dance with life, you stop fighting against the current and start flowing with it. And there's this quote that I really love that is, you can do it like it's a great weight, or you can do it like it's part of the dance. And that goes for everything, even the small, annoying things. You can do it frustrated, or you can even say, okay, how can I make this feel a little bit lighter? How can I bring more joy into this moment? How can I make this easier on myself? Because sometimes joy isn't about changing what's happening. It's about changing how you move through it. And again, instead of resisting it, just dance with it, go with the flow of it, and see how much lighter and easier it feels. The next shift is to trust the process. So I know how frustrating it can be when people just say, just trust the process. It's going to work out. Because let's be honest, it's so easy to say, well, obviously it's easy for you to say trust the process because you're already on the other side of it. But when we're going through it, it can feel so difficult to actually take that advice and put it into practice. But trusting the process is not about pretending everything is okay. It's about giving yourself peace in the middle of uncertainty and creating your own certainty in the middle process. It's about saying, okay, maybe things aren't where I want them yet, but maybe that's on purpose, because sometimes the reason that you don't have what you want yet isn't because it's not meant to happen for you or it's not ever going to happen, but It's because life is shaping you for it. Maybe this in between isn't a delay. Maybe it's development. Maybe it's not a setback. Maybe it's strengthening you and part of getting you exactly where you're meant to be. So trusting the process is learning to see your current season as part of the story, not a pause in it. It's realizing life isn't waiting to give you what you desire later. It's already doing it now, just in disguise. So when you see it that way, the waiting doesn't feel like a waste of time. It feels like alignment in progress. And it's just this feeling of, oh wait, things are actually moving and working out for me. And then here is a really big shift, and that is life isn't against you, and it's not here to punish you or get you down. So often when a challenge comes up or life just doesn't feel like it's going according to our plan, it is so easy to feel like, why does life feel like it's against me? Why are these challenges happening to me? But the thing is, life is on your side. It's guiding you, it's stretching you and preparing you, and your challenges are not here to stop you. They're really here to bring you to that next level of your life. They're shaping you into the version of yourself who can already handle what you've been asking for yourself. So instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Start asking, how is this helping me grow? How is this happening for me? Because when you dance with life, appreciate what is, and trust the timing of your path, you stop making yourself unhappy and you start letting life be so much easier. And here's the thing, life is allowed to be easy for you. It is allowed to get that good. It is allowed to flow. And that doesn't mean that there isn't turbulence. That doesn't mean that there's not challenges along the way, but it means that you know that life is going to continue to get better, that the challenges only come into your life to happen for you and get you where you are meant to go.